Good evening. Let me take that off. Good day. I'm always on the wrong side here when I start these streams. Mr. Philip Brady's looking to do a takeover. I think he's doing an inside job here. But anyway, welcome to Thfc Rugby World Cup semi-final. England versus South Africa on a wet, windy, cold Parisian night in Paris, where the French frogs are lying dormant. The onions are out, the vampires are in, and Philip Brady's rubbing his nose because he's got a cold. But anyway, welcome. Welcome, I am Dermot, a.k.a. Dermatron, or to Dave Harris, Tron. And next to me, of course, my usual co-host, Philip Brady, a.k.a. the Irish Godfather, a.k.a. the Irish Tom Jones, and a.k.a. a sex symbol to the over 80s.
That was a great show, Dermot. Goodbye. See you later.
Philip, look, last night's game was a bit one-sided. Do you think tonight's going to be a bit tighter? And how are you, by the way?
Yeah, I think I'm grand, yeah. I think it will be. Now, I still think South Africa will probably be too strong for England. But you never, ever know because, I mean, rugby's a funny game. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was a surprise in this game. But I think South Africa will be too strong for England, And plus, England do not want the ignominy of losing to South Africa in cricket and rugby on the same day.
And it is a repeat of the 2019 final, which South Africa won, Philip. Do you think there could be revenge in the air from 4 years ago?
Well, I don't know if many of the players were involved, but it'll always be in their heads. Yeah. It'll always be there. I see South Africa have got another Irish gingerhead Paddy playing for them, same as New Zealand had last night.
Fair play to him. And Blundy's playing as well. He's got a start.
Yeah, Blundy's playing as well. Brad Pitt's playing for South Africa.
Yeah. Now, can I just say, welcome to all of you. The last South Africa one, we had loads of people from South Africa watching us, didn't we? So if you are watching,
unbelievable.
Let us know in the chat where you're watching this from. Just put it in where you're from and welcome. Please hit the like button and subscription button. Philip, as the players come out of the tunnel of the Saint Denans. Now, is that the Parc de France? Or was that
no, let's have a look and see.
I think it's the Stade de France. They're playing that.
Yeah, Stade de France. Yeah, Stade de France.
I love the light show. Let's see who's in the chat, Philip. We've got Daniela Zito. Good evening, she says. Good evening.
Danielle.
Also,
Orient got a draw today, I see.
Yeah, they did. The good draw as well.
We've Chelsea are a bottle of jobs. Yeah, Chelsea are a bunch of bottle jobs. We were heading for being the only unbeaten team left in the Premiership until Chelsea decided to forget to play for the last 15 minutes.
I know. Back in disgusting. Wayne Bonner.
Good. Oh, no, I can't do it twice in one day, Dermot. No, I can't do it twice in one day.
Good evening, gents. Come on, England. Going to be a rough ride.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What's it like, Wayne? Like a rough ride down Brighton on a Saturday night when you're on a stag night? You mean that rough of a ride?
I think
Chris Welsh.
Slightly different than hitting the South African in the scrum now. Jeez. Slightly different.
Philip, behave. Good evening, lads. Hope you're well. Big up to Chris Welsh as well. The only sensible and
Can I
Liverpool fan.
just say, Chris, VAR did not, or the referee did not do you any disfavors today. He was a little bit lenient on you, I have to say. I think Everton fans will be a bit up in arms about that lack of a sending off for a Liverpool player. But anyway, you got away with it.
I think this fella on the TV, they're singing their national anthems at the moment. One of them's about to burst into tears.
Yeah.
They're all belting it out with all their might, aren't they?
Let's have a listen.
Oh, really? Don't, Philip. I'll take my headphones off.
That's finished now, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have overachieved in this World Cup. I expect South Africa not. Well, I don't actually.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be that much of a gap in this game. You know,
I don't think so. I think England might spring a surprise. Funnily
they're
enough,
more evenly matched than New Zealand and Argentina. That's for sure.
Yeah. Agreed, Chris, this Wayne Bonner. I think they have a stronger mentality. And Daniela Zito says, I'm really looking forward to seeing the mighty Tottenham play again on Monday. So are we. Monday night. Yeah. Anticipation for me is high. Having to wait until Monday creates excitement and maybe some tension. Yeah, well, this is why me and Philip are doing the rugby watch along. We tonight we would have been bored. We would have been just playing with our fingers. You know, Philip would have been doing dot to dot on the wall. They'd be walking around the house, and Mrs. Brady look at them. Where are you going, Philip? I can't settle. Tottenham are not playing until Monday. My other half was saying to me, Dermatron, what are you doing trying to punch holes in the wall? I said, I'm just so pumped up for the game. You know, I just have to do something. And, you know, we're doing the rugby watch along. There's Brad. I think he's bored. And then she goes on to say, it was a decent result for Orient, but the manager, Richie World, said we should have won the game. We went 1-0 up around 27 minutes with a penalty scored by Joe Pickett.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like, who was that jockey years ago, Philip?
Lester Pickett.
Lester Pickett.
There's our Irishman now in the thing. Do you know what I'm just thinking here? And this is not meant to sound racialist or racist in any way, but prior to the winning the World Cup in 1995, I don't think you would have seen a coloured player in that South African team.
No.
Look at them.
Look, that South African captain, I love. That's passion. Look at him. That if anyone's watching this, he's singing the national anthem, and I swear to God, he is as proud as punch to be captain of the South African rugby team.
Why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it is great. South Africa, look, they've done so well, Philip. Like in rugby terms, winning the.
Sound like a cat.
No, that was a grand invasion. That's Philip starting his grand invasion on the River Chapel here in Gorey. He didn't tell me he was starting it this early. Or was that Dave Harris starting joining forces for cheering starting to come over?
There we go. Oh well, who's that now?
Chris is on the way home from
Portsmouth. Oh my God, what a trip!
What a trip. We lost 1-0. We lost in the 93rd minute after frustrating them for the whole game. Still proud of the lads' performance, frustrating unbeaten league leaders. Oh, no,
Jesus Christ, that's some hell of a trip.
That is some hell of a trip, yeah.
From Port, that's nearly as far as you can go, really, north to south.
It is. Listen, Philip, can I just jump off for 5 minutes and just let you...
Yeah, I'll carry on. Yeah, I need to synchronize whenever we get started, Dermot, as well.
Yeah,
so.
I will. I'll just get the scoreboard. And I hope you like the scoreboard. Instead of putting the flags, I've actually put the team's jerseys up, if you've noticed. So I've done something a bit different today.
Very good.
So I hope that everyone likes it. If people like that, that's how I'm going to do them from now on. So people know what colours they are and what the now the South African one may be a bit different. It is slightly different, but it's the same concept.
Now, can you? I'll tell you when to start the clock, Dermot. When it starts here, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'll just start. Let me know,
and
then I'll.
And you can go off.
Yeah.
And
leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Brady talking about his Joe Dolan experience.
Bluffing my way through the rugby.
I'll be only a couple of minutes anyway.
Yeah, that's okay. We're just seeing him when he's starting. Come on, get on with it. Hold on. He's telling him to... Referee is from Australia again, I think.
It's an Aussie-French... Aussie. I'll tell you one thing. That's gone against England, hasn't it, really?
Yeah. Well, you don't know.
We got a Frenchman and an Aussie in there. That's not going to give them any...
Well, that's true. The French especially. Now, come on. You've got a minute past time now. You should be all Right, here we go. Clock's on. Clock on.
I tell you one thing, we're about the same time, Philip.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, South Africa got the ball from the kickoff in front of their 22, and they're going to run the ball. South Africa playing left to right in green and white. England playing the other way in all white. High kick. They're running after it, and Owen Farrell catches it. He'd be slagging his dad that he got further in the World Cup than he did. England got the ball now in the high kick coming in here now. Here she goes. And knocked back by England. Good move, good play. England did very well to get onto that ball now. Good start by them. They're moving. Penalty to England. This is a good start by England. A chance of 3 points on the board straight away. Not rolling away. So here's a chance now for... I doubt they'll go for the corner this early. Get the points on the board. I think that's the important part. Yeah, I think he's going for the goal. He's going for it. Yeah. Foul there with it. It's a great knockback by the England forward there to get it back to... Owen Farrell's a kick now from about, 35 metres? Left of the post. Let's just see as he put this up. 2 minutes gone, and England with a chance to take a lead. Pretty much straight in front of the post, is slightly to the left. This is one that Farrell should put over in his sleep now, but we'll just see. He's 13 seconds left on the clock, on the shot clock. Here he goes. And he's got it. 3 points to England. Good start. England fans getting a bit overexcited in the crowd there already. It's only 3 minutes gone, lads. There's another 79 to go, or 78 to go. Anyway, South Africa, who haven't been in England half yet, find themselves 3 points down. And England's head coach looks like he's been in a couple of fights. His nose, the bottom of his nose is at right angles to the rest of it. Now, here we go. South Africa kicking off again. England gather the ball cleanly. And the ball is slow coming out, but I think England have it out. And Gary Owen again heading for the side of the touchline. This time it goes out off the hands of a South African, I think. No, it's gone off the English hand. It's a line out to South Africa. Right on the halfway line. South Africa not engaging yet. They're just going in now to... So, short line out. Only 4 players in each team in this. Goes to the back. England win the line. That's a great, very poor line out from South Africa. That's great for England now to win that. That's a huge psychological boost when they know now they've got the beating on the South African line out. Big up kick by Farrell. It's gone more height than distance. And it's gone out of an English hand there, I think. So another line out on the other side of the pitch, just in front of the halfway line on the South African side. Let's see who touched that now last. Ooh, it's hard to tell, really. I think maybe the English guy touched it last. See now, nobody's out there with the ball yet, so we don't know who's taking the line out. No, just while we're waiting on this, he was in the chat. Scottish baller, hi Scottish, yo, how are you doing? Chris Walsh saying Young was harsh to get sent off. Should have been given that final warning. Well, I suppose technically it was a yellow card, but I think Canate should have got a second yellow as well. So, it's kind of, that's what I think the Everton fans are so annoyed about. Geordie saying, "Away the lads." Well, the lads are doing rightly at the minute. They're 3-0 up, and they're the only team that's played any rugby so far. This ball has also got lucky today with a point. Chelsea bottled it. Chelsea were coasting and lost 2 very bad goals in the last few minutes. And what I expected today, or what I saw today, was 2 goalkeepers that couldn't catch the ball. Both the goalies were awful today, especially Raya. And Wayne Bonner, the interesting start to the game, wasn't expecting that. Well, there you go. It's a scrum to South Africa now, just inside their half, and they have the ball. But expect them now to build in their first attack from this. They pick and run, and still shy of the halfway line. Now the high kick comes in, and they're all running after us. Very high kick on that. Great catch by the England guy. Really took that well. England have really started this game very well now. Very encouraging for them. But you have to feel there will be a period in the game where South Africa will get their act together. So England need to make the most of this while they're at it. Get a few more points on the board. England got the ball, controlling the maul here and going, kicking high again. And this one's gone very close to touchline, and it's come back on the English side again. South Africa really, really have not settled here. That's a kick over the top, and it's gone. Oh, it's just a brilliant kick over his shoulder by a fellow called Mitchell. It bounced about 3 inches from the line and went over. If that had got another foot, that would have been out on the full and a scrum to South Africa. But great kick, absolutely brilliant kick. And England now in really dangerous territory. They're about halfway between the 22 and the South African line. South Africa with the line out, which they lost the last one. But let's see how they do this time. This time South Africa get the line out, but just about, and it's a penalty to England. What happened there? It's going to be a scrum, actually, I think. South African have not settled at all, and the anxious looks on their faces here. They're not quite sure what to make of all this. Quite don't know what that infringement was there. It's obviously the referee saw something, but so this would be a penalty. This would be a scrum to England, about 10 yards from the South African line. Referee just explaining to the South Africans what that was actually for. I have to say, I don't know. It didn't come up on the screen what the foul was, but anyway, here we go. This is a great chance for England now to create a maul 10 yards from the line. And if they get a try here, that'll be a fantastic start in the first 8 minutes for them. South African defence strung out fairly far over there. So there could be a gap here if England can manage this right. Ball goes into the scrum. The scrum's been collapsed. Still a scrum to England. Scottish baller is saying 30-15 South Africa. May well be, but at the moment the evidence is not there. It's all England. South Africa haven't managed a decent run with the ball at all yet. England have managed 2 or 3. And they're in a great chance here now if they can win this scrum, get a maul going. They can easily get another try here, or a try here. So the scrum is setting now again. England scrum half putting the ball in, and here we go. It's coming out. They've come out quickly with it, and they're now up to 5 yards from the South African line. South Africa desperately defending this. England really on a roll here. It's all England, Dermot. They're 3-0 up, and they're all over South Africa.
I know. I was speking to Mr. Harris there for a few minutes there, and
That's a
he was
penalty
telling.
to England again.
So that would be 6-0.
Well, if they won't go for a penalty here, they go for the corner.
I told you, Philip. I told you South Africa are beatable.
They are beat them. I'm saying there's 9 minutes gone. It's too early to say, but England have made a great start.
They're not as South Africa. I think New Zealand are a better side than South Africa.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I think they're a far better
South
side.
Africa beating. No, he's taking the points. South Africa beating France now was a big statement from them, but South Africa haven't got going. They've barely been across the halfway line yet.
Do you think England need to make up a big start, Philip? And
yeah, obviously the more points you get on the board, the better, you know. And they're going to have 6 points up now before South Africa even get going.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of the decisions have gone England's way now. I'm not quite sure what they are. And the South African boys have been querying them. But they've gone England's way, so that's it. That's the way things bounce. Owen Farrell going for the...
Is he going for the
right
points, is he?
Yeah, right in front of the post.
Is that 3 points, is it?
6-0 to England.
Yeah. What time are you, Philip?
I'm 9:54.
I'm well behind you.
What are you?
I'm 9:55 now. I'm 10 minutes.
You're only 5 seconds behind me.
And my clock here is only 11 minutes. I don't know how the hell it's gone ahead.
Because they stopped it, you know.
Oh no.
I'm 10 now on the screen. What are you?
I'm 10 now.
Yeah, you're on that. I'll stop mine for 2 seconds, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right, so we should be level now.
Yeah.
I'm 10:21 now.
And then I'll wait for the main clock to catch up with the clock on the...
Yeah, it's 10:27, 28.
I'm well behind you, Philip. I'm just 25.
But I'm after setting it there. I'm after setting it right with you there.
I know. I'm 10:30 now.
10:30. Jesus, what?
Oh,
you've lost 10 seconds in a minute there. Hold on, I'm going to stop it. I'll stop mine at 10:50, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, 47, 48, 49.
I keep
right,
missing.
10:50.
Okay.
I'm 10:50.
Do it now.
Right, Blondie's on the bench, I see.
I thought Blondie was starting.
No, he was like he came out with the team, but he's not. Now the line out, they've already lost one line out, so they've gone for the full line out this time.
Yeah. People let me know. What do you think of the way instead of having the badges, having the kits there? So let us know what you think of that. And showing a bit of us there, the number 5. He's showing a bit of the builder's bum. He's wearing red underpants, as we can see.
Yeah, South Africa, can they get a build on this? The first time they had the ball in England half.
England are just more than them.
Fighting like tigers they are here.
Do you think, Philip, right, look, I'm going to say this now, right? Do you think South Africa have sort of turned up and thought, do you know what, this is going to be sort of an easy game?
No, not a chance. Not a chance. No. They're too professional for that. No. If they were playing Western Samoa or someone like that, maybe, but not England, no. They'll take this very seriously.
If you are enjoying this, of course, we are watching this also on the Full-Time Sports Network and, of course, Thfc Till I Die. So please hit that subscription button. Please hit that like button on both channels. And please hit the notification bell as well for future shows that are coming up on channels. And also our F1 channel will be getting started soon. I know we've been meaning to get it going for the last couple of weeks, but the main channel here has to take precedent, but we will get that going. So don't worry, folks. Formula One stuff will be on there soon as I educate Mr. Brady, Formula One world and motorsport world. Because we will be trying might even cover the 24 hours of Le Mans next year.
Good luck with that.
Well, you can do a big shift.
You can do the 23 hours. I'll do an hour. Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
I actually might do.
Hang on. Is there a gouging here? Oh no! I thought somebody's putting the fingers in the eyes there. That could have been tricky.
Now, has the clock stopped, Philip?
Yeah. 12:43.
Of course, it fucking has.
Oh.
Excuse my language.
No, I don't know what it's gone on now, but there's a hold up in play, and the water boys are on.
So 12:43. So
it hasn't started yet now, so it's Line out to South Africa about 10 yards inside the England half.
Has the clock started again? No.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Okay.
12:45.
So I do it up to 12:15 once it goes up to 50. There we go.
Now South Africa get the line out.
We're back and running. I'm
going to
try. I know a lot of people don't like me stopping the clock, but I do it for people that are watching in case they're following the game with us. So it's something different.
Oh, this is going to be a penalty to England, I think, and that's a very quick.
What's the referee doing? He's letting
England
it go
the ball
a bit,
back.
isn't
he? It is. That was very poor play by South Africa. Very, very poor. Now they've got the ball back. England just kicked it long there. South Africa going to kick it back, kick and run.
Here we go.
And
there's
I think there's a penalty to South Africa here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be the foul off the ball.
Right now, what's he given there, Philip, for foul off?
He's given a penalty to South Africa now. I'm not sure why.
I like Chris's way for you. It's for you, Philip. Don't need much education, and everyone Verstappen is the winner. The rest are losers.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a sprint race actually tonight as well, Philip.
All right.
In America, Verstappen got pole for the sprint race. He didn't get pole for the Grand Prix, actually. Surprisingly.
Let's see what happened here now.
Yeah, we're just keeping you up to date, Philip. Do you want to give us a bit of the breaking news that was happening earlier? You saw it on CNN.
I haven't seen CNN since we were on earlier. What's it?
About them invading it in the
Well, let's bring it up here now and see if there's anything. Hold on. If there's anything.
Here comes South Africa. They're round and round to go like a roundabout, and we'll come out the right side. I don't know where the ball is, by the way, folks. It just seems
England, it's going to be a penalty to England here. They're not allowing England to get off the. South Africa to get off the ball.
A fight here. There's a bit of a punch up now. This is what we want to see.
This is what.
Look at them. This is what they call. Of course, they're going to stop the clock again. There's a lads. If I can describe it as a Saturday night brawl after a load of drink, and they're all fighting over the one girl. Look at them. Look at them. Oh, let me at them. Load of scrappy doos. Now, they have stopped the clock at 14:54.
Yeah, 15:40. Yeah.
So, 14:54.
Just read a comment here from, you're mentioning about the news from CNN. The Chief of General Staff of the Israeli Defense Forces met with commanders of the Golani Brigade in the South Lebanon near the border with the Gaza Strip when he stated, "We will soon enter the Gaza Strip. We will embark on an operational and professional mission to target any Hamas operatives and infrastructure, all while keeping in our hearts and memories of the events of 2 weeks ago. Gaza will present a complex and densely populated environment, and the enemy is actively preparing. Rest assured, we are equally prepared." So it looks like it's coming soon anyway.
Yeah. Now, there's a big captain said the referee's in charge. He's saying to Farrell, "Look, lads, keep your lads in order." He's saying to South African captain, "Look, if you don't keep these lads, I'm going to send one of you off." So he's still talking to them. Now, he's bringing out the two other players here, some big lad from England.
Unless you're going to give a yellow card to someone, but I can't see it. There wasn't that much of a...
Now, what's he doing now?
It's a penalty to England. Still.
Penalty to England. South Africa, their captain is telling his players to calm down a bit, use a bit of the noddle. The number 10 seems to be walking away, not happy.
Oh, no, it's not
a penalty to South Africa, Philip.
South Africa, yeah. See
now,
that.
They will go for the...
They'll go for the line. They'll go for the corner. They're going for the corner. They have to, really, because they need to try on the ball here. I think we'll see a different game once South Africa get their game together and score.
Yeah, okay, but there we go. What is now...
Here now?
You let me know 9. When it gets to 13, Philip, on the scoreboard.
It's 15-16 at the minute. 15-18.
Okay, I'll put up to 20 then. 22.
South Africa trying to maul the ball. They have the ball. They're very scrappy possession. They're 2 yards, 3 yards from the line.
Yeah.
And the referee has given a penalty to England.
Yeah. I'm supporting Lando Norris in the actual race tomorrow. So am I actually, Chris. Hopefully, he can get his first race. It's his 100th Grand Prix this weekend, London Norris, and get his first race win. We all know Leclerc ain't winning it. Don't care. He's on pole. It's Ferrari. Yeah, he does. To be fair, and I think Carlos Sainz, is a better driver than Leclerc. If you don't mind me saying, look, I think Verstappen should have been on pole, but he went wide. I think on his last lap, he went track limits. But yeah, Lando Norris, I think McLaren should be a threat tomorrow. There will be threat in Mexico, and that is for sure. But big up, Chris. Maybe, Chris, when we start doing these F1's races, you might want to come and join me and Philip and watch the race with us and enjoy it, because it's something that I found this season, Philip, we're doing like the rugby and the football now and the motorsport. We've seen growing the brand of THFC, not just to one sport. We're trying to, we seem to be a brand channel now. And since going in with the Full-Time Sports Network, it's given us a bit of elbow room, hasn't it, to expand a bit. And how do you feel about that, considering where we were, Philip, and to now? Do you think we've grown?
Well, we have. There's plenty of room for more growth. You know, like we're trying to, by expanding it. Like there's not many other channels do more than one sport. So at least we're trying to expand the repertoire, if you like. You know, and the sky's the limit, really.
Yeah. Cricket next, 2020 cricket.
I do 2020. I wouldn't do anything else. It's too slow. But
can you imagine?
Oh, by the way, go on.
Can you imagine doing the test match, Philip?
Back in an hour, nothing happened. Yeah. Whereas 2020 is all over in a couple of hours. You know, it's very, very quick.
Yeah.
By the way, just in case anybody hasn't heard, in case you've been away all day, the legend that was Sir Bobby Charlton died this morning, age 86. So it's getting a huge amount of publicity because he was such a great guy. And rest in peace, Bobby. You can go up and have a chat with Jack now.
Yeah. Them two didn't get on at the end, did they? They didn't talk for a few years.
I don't think so. They can talk now. They'll be all right.
Yeah. He'd be up there. He'd be up there with him and Sir Ralph Ramsey and half the England team up there. But welcome
all
to
the
Bobby
England
Charlton.
Team. And plus Jimmy Greaves would be there as well.
Yeah.
Having would have a good soccer team, you know. Really would.
I'll tell you one thing, there's a few good people up there. Elvis and a few sports people up there. Muhammad.
Elvis is still alive, actually, you know.
Is he? Where is he?
He's playing scrum half for England here at the moment.
I mean, look, very quickly, Philip, right? Look, now you brought that subject up. I know we do rugby watch along, but these will talk about everything, right?
Yeah.
Now, we all know Elvis died, right, 46 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And I was only 6 months old when he died. I was only a wee baby when he died. And you could remember it coming onto the news. How big of a shock was that, him passing, say the likes of John Lennon passing? Was it just as much as a shock, the two of them passing?
I think John Lennon was probably more of a shock, but he was actually murdered, you know, whereas Elvis, I don't know, wasn't aware if Elvis knew that he was ill or people knew that Elvis was ill. But what I remember it was a Friday it happened. I always remember that because now a lot of people won't have heard of this guy, but Bing Crosby died the same day as Elvis.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. August 77. So, you know, two legends went into one day. Yeah.
I never knew that. Seriously, I never knew that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you would have thought Bing Crosby would be a bit more newsworthy. I suppose he would have been, but...
Well, he would have been. See, the fact that the two of them died in the one day, you know...
What was there much upset in Ireland with Elvis dying?
There was. Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely.
Was he quite popular in Ireland, do you think?
He would have been, yeah. He would have been. You know, like the nearest comparison to it I can get is like when Princess Diana was killed. I think it was the 31st of August, 1997. Yeah. Mother Teresa died 4 days later, and hardly anybody noticed because Princess Diana's funeral was going on.
I tell you, when my parents told me Diana died, I thought they were joking. I thought that's a sick joke. Now, come on. It was something you couldn't get your head around. And I lived in England at the time. It was shocking.
By the way, just to say there's a penalty to South Africa.
Yeah, there is a penalty to South Africa.
Going for 3 points. So
here comes Fele Williams. He looks like that.
He's got it. Yeah, 3 points to South Africa.
You're ahead of me again.
Now. I'm 20. What am I going? 20:42.
I'm about 5 or 6 seconds behind you.
Right, I'll stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. He's given another penalty to South Africa now. He seems to be giving them in batches.
Yeah.
England get a few now. South Africa are getting a few.
This is a replay, I think, Philip.
Oh, and very important news for the Irish community. Tonight's National Lottery draw has been abandoned due to technical issues. Someone lost their balls.
I got to be back in a minute. I got to tell that one. I'm sorry.
Oh dear, just about didn't do it this week. Anyway, right. South Africa kicking high and England collecting the ball just inside the South African half, and he's tackled. So the game on now, 6-3, 21.5 minutes gone. And that's a high kick that's going to be collected by the South African guy, just about. And kicked upfield by South Africa. And
yeah, anyway, let's go through. So I would just want to know that, Philip, because look, I was only a wee kid when these people passed away, like Elvis and John Lennon and that.
Yeah.
And I always wondered what was the bigger shock, because it is like
South Africa.
It was very shocking, like when John Lennon. It was. I suppose that would have been more of a shock. I think.
Oh, it was, especially as like when it came out. What happened? That the guy that shot him actually asked for his autograph earlier in the day.
That's
and
just spooky.
Back and shot him late in the evening. You know, it was terrible. Outside his apartment in New York.
Yeah, Hamilton was a specialist here in Austin. Yeah, that's true, and Hungary as well. So watch out for him. Lewis Hamilton, I think, as the greatest ever driver. I think if there's a driver that can get close to Ayrton Senna, I think Lewis Hamilton is that man. I really do, and I'm a massive fan of Ayrton Senna. Philip, we are going to do a new show. We're going to get people come on talk about the sporting heroes. Doesn't have to be from football. My sporting hero, of course, was Muhammad Ali, but my main sporting hero was, of course, Ayrton Senna. I just loved him. Absolutely loved him. And if you want to know what's all about Ayrton Senna, there's a 60-minute Top Gear clip of what Ayrton Senna's all about. I would urge you, and also watch the film as well, Senna. That just tells you what the man was about. He was a maverick.
Yeah. He's inside trying another penalty to England, a chance to go 9-3 up. Barrow should get this. You always remember the time when Princess Diana died and Lady Mother Teresa died, because Mother Teresa met Princess Diana. You know, they were. But you remember at the time, this is very disrespectful now. It's going to sound awful, but do you remember Elton John re-recorded the song "Candles in the Wind" for Diana's funeral? You know. Yeah. But they reckon that the equivalent for Mother Teresa was sandals in the bin. So I thought it was, you know.
Philip.
No, I'm only saying that's what they did, you know. Another put 3 points for England, so it's 9-6. 9-3. Yeah.
Very quickly, Chris has got a message here, Philip. Very quickly.
Bobby Charlton. A true footballing great whose legacy will live on. The thoughts of everyone Liverpool Football Club and Carlisle are with Bobby's family and friends. Yeah, I'd say maybe not everyone at Liverpool, Chris.
Yeah, but
given the rivalry between Man United and Liverpool, most fair-minded people. People.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I think most football fans around the world they've grew up with Bobby Charlton in one way or another. You've got the generation who saw him play, and you've got the generation like my generation that saw him as a TV pundit, as a football pundit as well. And of course, with Jack, with the Ireland team, and the Charlton name has always been there in our lives, one way or the other. So I think a lot of fair-minded football fans will be sending their respects to Manchester United and poor Sir Alex Ferguson. He's lost his wife, and he's probably one of his friends in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, it's tough when it happens, you know. Now line out to South Africa, 25 minutes gone on the halfway line, and it's gone. Oh, South Africa got it.
Danielle said, "Do you?"
Oh, here we go. Look at this. Oh, great run.
Oh, Daniela says, "Do you guys think we'll smash Palace away as they got battered versus Newcastle today? However, I know the only focus is on Fulham right now. I think they're two very winnable games, Philip. To be
They
fair,
are winnable. Whether we'll batter them, I don't know. But like Palace's confidence is about to been shook now by losing 4 goals today. They won't want to be facing us next, that's for sure. So we get 6 points from this, but we're going to be possibly 5 points ahead of the table next Friday night. That's the way it could work out.
that'd be fantastic.
We'll go back top if we win on Monday.
Yeah.
By 2 points, and then we'll end up going 5 points up for Big Palace.
So we'll be top of the league. We'll be top of the league for the whole weekend. Basically,
we'll be top of the league from. No, we'll be. Yeah, we will. If we win both games, because they can't be caught on 5 points. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There you go, Daniel. Of course we're going to be. Here's me praying for Orlando win, but here comes Max from P6, ends up winning. Not a shock if it happens. He is the best driver on the grid. His ability to that man, Max Verstappen, for me is he's going to be once in a generational driver. It's a bit like, for me, it's a combination of Michael Schumacher and Ayrton Senna all rolled into one. I think he's got Schumacher's sort of, I'm not going to let you win at any cost, but he's also Ayrton Senna's speed. And I just think, and it's a shame. And I was talking to David about this the other night, Philip, that Schumacher driving Formula One for nearly 20 years. And the worst he got was a broken leg. He's retired for 2 years, hits his head off a stone while skiing with his family, and he's been in the coma ever since.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
It's shocking. It is shocking.
Shocking. Man United 1-0 up on Sheffield United. When they scored again, he can't stop scoring at the minute.
No, he can't. Scottish Boiler 2 says, think even if England make the final, I would expect New Zealand to win in the world. I think so. New Zealand, for me, are above everyone else. Still saying 30-15 to South Africa. Well, you were spot on last night, nearly, to be fair. They stopped the clock again.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, they do every time there's a break like this, It's 27-24. It's Blondie's coming on, I think.
Okay, 27-24. They're big lads.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you, all the bouncers in the north of England will be glad to get their staff back after this England team go home.
So. Oh dear. I've enjoyed these rugby watch-alongs, to be fair, Philip.
They're good fun. There's no pressure when you're watching them, really. It's not as if you're sweating over the result or anything,
Apart from
except when Ireland are playing, of course.
Do you know? Again, I've missed
it. 27-44 and the clock started.
I know.
England put in, so they should be able to get rid of this.
Yeah, I'm going to start it at 54.
England running the ball and stopped. This could be a penalty to South Africa here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Chris is saying it's not. Chris is saying Senna is my F1 greats of all time. No one comes to him. Daniel says, what do you guys reckon the starting 11 should be versus Fulham? Any changes apart from the officer suspension to Basuma? I would keep it the same. How about you guys? For me, I think Højbjerg will come in for Basuma. Apart from any injuries, I think I keep it the same. I'll keep the back five the same, Philip. Would you, or would you make any changes?
No, I keep the same. I keep the same team, other than obviously Basuma can't play. So Højbjerg in for him, I think, and that'll be about it. I don't think there'll be any changes. I think what we will probably see the likes of Lo Celso and Brian Hill on the bench as well.
Man United just scored, as Philip just said. Montgomery's goal scoring streak. Chris says this is his top 3. Senna 1, Schumacher 2, Hamilton 3. Is F1 greatest of all time? Top 3 for me in that order. I would actually have to say Ayrton Senna 1, Jim Clark and Jackie Stewart both at 2, and Michael Schumacher 3 for me.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Woohoo! Sheffield United just equalised. A penalty. A penalty against Manchester United. My God.
Yeah.
What is the world coming to? South Africa, England not allowing South Africa to get any momentum at all in this match. They're closing them down like their life depended on it. It's a bad kick as well. Didn't any distance in it.
Yeah, expect Max to win the F1, to be honest. Yeah. Hamilton Verstappen wouldn't win a title. I sort of disagree with you on this, Chris, but I'm going to read out the comment anyway. Hamilton Verstappen wouldn't win a title in standards cars. Them days are awful. Compared to these, Schumacher won a title with Benson, who shouldn't have been winning a title with respect anyway. I think Hamilton would be as good, would win a title in the car Senna and Schumacher back in the day would have done. I think he would have. Verstappen, no, but I think Hamilton would have done.
Jesus, what the hell?
Um,
Why threw the ball at South Africa? He just literally just dropped it.
yeah, I
Oh,
saw
it's
that.
all right. It's a penalty in South Africa.
And that's
Sorry,
for
I think you got
Schumacher.
across you there. When something happens in the
okay.
rugby, I just got across you.
Yeah, I know it's okay. And he's kicked it out for a line out to South Africa. As for Schumacher, he should never won the first one in '94 because he did push head off and shouldn't have won the first one. But I think Hamilton out of them two would have won a world championship against Senna. I would love to see Hamilton and Senna race each other. I think that would have been unreal. And then Daniela says Southampton United, Sheffield United won, Man United won. Ollie McBurn penalty.
Ollie McBurney with a penalty, yeah.
Good start. I love our chat. They're so different, Philip, with different sports and different sort of reaction. That's great. I love it.
It's good.
Philip bored out of his brain when the F1 talk comes on.
Is that obvious? Anyway, no. It's just when you know not much about something like that. It's kind of you're listening, but you're not taking it in. Now South Africa trying to build on that halfway line here.
At the moment, the scoreboard is not reflecting what's happening on the. There we go. We're now together with the TV.
Long kick, right down the throat of Owen Farrell. No number. Yeah. Calls a mark. So.
I've got muscles. He's saying. That's what he was saying to the South Africa. There is there's a South African coach. He's been taken off. The number 10.
Yeah. Must be injured. Has to be injured.
I'm really surprised with this game how England have played, Philip. They've come out all firing.
They're not like giving. It's a bit like the way New Zealand played against Ireland. They're not giving him an inch.
He's
quick. The line out speed is very quick. They're up on them, blocking everything they can. So it's. Yeah. I think the only drawback I'll have for England is they need a few more points on the board before half time.
Yeah,
they need to be sure South Africa will come out of it in the second half and be an awful lot better, The
England player has actually broke his nose, I think.
Well, he's got a cut anyway. Be a blood substitution.
Yeah.
Here comes the bouncer from the Starlight Clubs in Peckham coming on now. So Del Boy goes. There's George and there's Martin. It's the Beatles producer, George Martin.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Brighton playing Ajax this Thursday. That'd be good.
Yeah, that might be a good game to do a watch along to, Philip, if you're around.
Yeah, I don't know about Thursday. I'll know later on the week.
South Africa with the line out. Well, the Champions League. Yeah, Champions League podcast will be back this week as well. When we go over the Champions League results, me and Philip, and go over the whole of the European. To be fair, that orders from my lifetime. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And will you guys be doing a Premier League roundup stream next week once all the fixtures are played? We will be.
South Africa, no.
We won't be, Philip?
Yeah.
He doesn't even listen.
Maybe incorporate it with the. Maybe the Champions. Well, no, probably at Newsbeat. We'll probably do a run through the.
Yeah.
He's dropped it. Chance for South Africa now. They're with 7 or 8 yards of the English line, but there's no one there to pick up the ball. Very, very slack.
There's the Irish South African.
No. This is the first bit of defending. Half an hour in, and England haven't had to defend up to now.
It's like South Africa's going against Hastings Wall.
Hadrian's
Wall.
Hastings?
What's
Hadrian's
it called?
Wall. Hadrian's Wall.
Why don't I think Hastings Wall?
Well, that's the wrong end of the country now. Hadrian's Wall's up around Carlisle somewhere.
Yeah, it's up where Chris lives.
Yeah. Whereas Hastings is Battle of Hastings down the south. Yeah, this is looking ominous for England now. South Africa getting a bit of head of steam up here.
Yeah.
Now they're all moving off to the left. And England have intercepted it.
Well done.
Penalty to South Africa.
What's he waving his hand for? It's up again.
Now, I wonder will they go for the points or go for the corner?
I say
they might tap and go here.
Yeah, your man needs to stop the clock. They've stopped the clock. Bless you there, Philip.
I'm just checking to see if anything else has happened.
Yeah, so we will be doing that. I think we'll do that Monday. We might do it as a pre-record and have that on Tuesday, Philip, the Premier League review. But that will be back this week. We'll go over all the scores and the results on the Premier League weekend, which for me has been a quite exciting one.
Let's see now.
He's changing his boot. Oh, they've started the clock again. They've stopped. There we go. We're now off and running again. Oh, handy if I bloody started.
6 points. Now it's 9-6.
Yeah.
Penalty to South Africa. So that keeps them in touch. So without ever really threatening, they're within 3 points. And I think we'll see a difference in South Africa in the second half now.
Is that 3 points, Philip?
3 points, yeah. 9-6.
Yeah, sorry about the scoreboard. We've got Leclerc has wasted his talent, in my opinion. He's too mistake-prone. Science. Yeah, I agree with you. Absolutely, Chris. 100%. You've got no argument for me there. And Steve D, just in to say hi. I enjoyed the Six Nations. We are going to do the Six Nations as well. Me and Philip will be covering the Six Nations Championships, but not watching a single game of this. Not watched a single game of this Rugby World Cup. Can't get into something that goes on for 9 years.
It seems like it's been going on forever, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There's still another week to go on it.
Yeah. But we will be doing the Six Nations as well, Philip.
Yeah.
See, can Ireland reclaim the Grand Slam?
Triple crown again.
There's George. Who's George? George talking to Cole. George Cole.
Someone called, if they had somebody called Orwell on the team, it'd be George Orwell.
We've got George Mitchell.
Or Michael, George Michael.
Yeah. That was interesting. I've never seen them do that before in the line out.
Yeah, they were trying something different there. Now Mark to England again, and you give him the Black Power salute when he's doing it. So
Philip, you really?
Well, he was. What are you saying?
Now, did they do that in the Olympics back in the day?
Yeah, back in 1968 or 72.
Oh, that's some kick. That's one hell of a kick.
Yeah, but
he was but how come Philip? The player was over the line. So how come that wasn't?
No, well, I don't know what the ball was over. That was a great catch by the South African guy, but I think he put a foot into touch.
And here's the South African jumping, and he does what a catch for the number 15. He does, yeah, he does.
So it's a line out to England.
Yeah, it is. If you're just joining us, it's South Africa 6.
Harrison would be another one. George Harrison. Yeah,
There's
all sorts of permutations in that England team.
There is, yeah. South Africa 6, England 9. A very tightly contested rugby semi-final. As you can see, me and Philip are enthralled by it. I keep talking about
England much the better team so far, but they're only 3 points ahead.
Yeah, this watch along has started. Philip just concentrating on the rugby, and me and go around to every sport that's going, even to Tiddlywinks.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
What, Tiddlywinks?
No, he gave a penalty to England for it. Looks like a clean catch by South Africa.
Or maybe this referee seems a bit odd to me, right?
He's giving a
There,
lot.
Farrell.
He's giving an awful lot of penalties.
Now, that's my birth
Oh.
surname, Philip.
I
was adopted, so my birth surname's actually Farrell.
She might be related to Andy Farrell.
Might be.
You know, this is. Oh, I really don't know what was wrong with that now. Where he's got the penalty there.
I don't know where he's got the penalty from. Now, has he got in because his leg has been higher than his head? Or
There's nothing wrong with that.
did you see Neymar got a serious ACL there?
Yeah, see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this
fella? He'll still get his $1 million a week for doing nothing.
This is the radio DJ for South Africa. England making a substitution here.
No, I wouldn't think so. Maybe it must be blood, so they wouldn't bring him off this early. Now it's a chance for Nolan Farrell to put them 12-6 up, coming close to half
3
time.
out of 3, 100%. He's 46 meters away, Philip. Now
this is a harder one. Now this is tougher. I'll say he'll get it. But
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's got it. Yeah, and it's another 3 points for England. Kicking competition here so far. It's 12-6.
No tries, yes.
No tries yet.
In a long time, there's been no tries. Then
it's a very tight semi-final, Philip. Where is that Prince Harry? I thought it was.
Could be. He was there for the last game.
I thought that was Prince Harry there for the rugby. Love Schumacher, Senna, Verstappen attitude. Do all you can to win. I do the same. I couldn't care less about. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Absolutely love that. But yeah, we're doing it as well. I'm going to get Colin involved in it as well, but because we were doing it in as well as on our channels as well as on the Full Time Sport Network. So so we will be doing that. I'm looking forward to it because it's something that Philip's never done. And I'm looking forward to teaching Philip, like he's taught me rugby. I didn't know much about rugby until I started doing this with Philip, to be fair. So I mean, how the hell we bluffed it without you last week, Philip? I still don't know.
Yeah.
And it is
that's half time now.
That half flew.
12-6.
It is. It's England 12, South Africa 6. Let me stop that and then bring that back.
Let's see, we've got any change in the score at Sheffield United. No, one each still.
And Chris says he should doubt his country. I should doubt my country more often. Oh, there you go. Now, second half here, Philip, where do you see it changing? Do you think South Africans will come out and fly out?
I think they'll play better. They haven't really got going at all. They haven't got the running game going. England have played so well. England have frustrated them. So I think it's South Africa's to lose this. It really is. If they don't pick up their game in the second half, England will win this game.
Yeah,
but I'm feeling South Africa will probably improve their they'll try a few different things. They'll use the bench, and I'd say England probably need another 5 or 6 points ahead to be half time to feel secure in the game. 6 points is not. It's only if a converted try 7 points and you're behind.
Yeah,
so it's as close as that.
If you are enjoying this, please hit the like button and subscription button, please, if you can. And also, please hit the like button because it does help. It does help with your algorithm. It does help with us getting out there. So please, it doesn't cost you anything to hit that like button. Just caress it, touch it, I wouldn't say make love to it, but just be nice to it, and it will help us with the algorithms.
Yep.
Yeah, so what do you reckon, Philip, second half? Do you see any changes or what do you reckon?
There will be changes, yeah. Maybe not straight away. There will be changes, yeah, of course. I don't think any rugby game has ever finished without changes being made,
I don't think so. What about the football earlier? Any results earlier that surprised you, Philip, quickly with the Premier League and what we've seen today? Do you want to go through them?
No, well, let me see now. Hang on, I'll just get back here. Sorry, 1 sec. Yeah, the earlier results were right. Okay, we'll just go through them. Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Yeah, I mean, Liverpool deserves to win that, but they got a pretty outrageous decision in their favor. Let's explain to anybody who wasn't watching. Ashley Young of Everton got booked fairly early on, and then about 10 minutes later, commit another foul for which the referee gave him a second yellow card, and away he went. Kanate of Liverpool got booked, then committed an almost identical foul to Ashley Young, but didn't get booked. Sean Dyche was subsequently booked on the touchline for complaining. Liverpool then got a penalty, which was a handball, but very unfortunate. The ball was blasted at him from about a yard away. He couldn't do anything about it. And then a breakaway goal at the end, Salah got both the goals. But a good win for Liverpool, but a bit harsh on Everton the way they played. Bournemouth 1, Wolves 2. Bournemouth are in big trouble. They cannot buy a win. They were leading until by Dominic Solanke's goal, and then got beaten by a goal in the 88th minute. So, they're in big trouble. Brentford 3, Burnley 0. Brentford coasted to a win against Burnley team that can't buy a win at the minute. Wissa, Mbuemo and Godos were the scorers for Brentford. Then we had Man City 2, Brighton 1. A bit tighter than I thought that would be for a long time. Alvarez and Haaland scored for City in the first half. Second half, Brighton came at them a bit. Fatty got a goal back, and then Akanji was sent off for City in injury time, but they held on, and they're now top of the league until we beat Fulham on Monday. Newcastle 4, Palace 0. Bit of a cakewalk for Newcastle. Murphy, Gordon, Longstaff, and Wilson scored. They were 4-0 up after 60-odd minutes, and coasted to a 4-0 win. Nottingham Forest 2, Luton 2. Great result for Luton this, because they were 2-0 down and scored 2 goals in the last 10 minutes to get a point. So they showed the spirit. In fact, Ogbene scored for the first goal for them, and Adebayo scored the equaliser. So good result for.
I mean, Obi-Wan scored. Obi-Wan did a bit of Jedi magic.
Both the Irish guys scored for them.
Yeah,
not Irish names, but Irish guys. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2. Arsenal were 2-0 down after how many minutes?
I know.
They were 2-0 after 70. Oh, hang on now.
48
minutes, and then Declan Rice, the Chelsea goalie made an absolute rickets of a pass, and Declan Rice banged it back into the back of the net with no goalie there. And then in the last,
should it have been a penalty, Philip? The first one, I don't think it should have been.
Well, it was given. I didn't actually see that bit when I was watching Bayern Munich, but it was given. That's all you can do, Modric, you couldn't buy a goal up to now, scored then. A nice goal he got, although the guy, again, he chipped the goalie. It wasn't a shot. He didn't mean it, but it went in. Rice got that goal back, and then Trossard got a goal. Nice goal for Trossard. And in the end, Nketiah could have won it for Arsenal. He just clipped the ball just wide when he could have scored. So Pochettino still not getting it right at Chelsea. And I was gutted for that result, because if Arsenal had lost, it would have left us as the only unbeaten team in the Premiership. So, and then it's now 1 each at half times in Sheffield United and Man United. McTominay and McBurney were the goals. So
there you go.
Up to date. Harry Kane scored again, by the way, for Bayern Munich tonight.
Really? Do you have to keep depressing us with that?
No, I'm only saying.
Seriously?
Yeah, he scored. In fact, it was a marginally. I thought he was offside, but it was given. And,
no, I don't care what Harry Kane does. He doesn't play for Tottenham anymore.
I know, but I'm only reporting. I'll give you the other results in Germany as well.
Did I want to know? Yeah, all I want to know, did RB Salzburg win?
Salzburg. They don't play in Germany.
No, the Red Bull. Oh, what do you call them?
Red Bull Salzburg. They're in what? Salzburg is in.
No, they're in the German league.
Leipzig.
Red Bull. Leipzig. That's it.
Leipzig. Yeah, they won 3-1 at Darmstadt. And Union Berlin. Stuttgart won 3-0 at Union Berlin, and Wolfsburg lost at home to Leverkusen. So, yeah. And let me see, how did our team in Scotland do? We have to go and check. I'm not talking about Rangers now.
If you do, Philip, I'll just sack you if you're going to start supporting Rangers.
No, I'm not saying that. Let's see how they get on Scotland League 2. Here we go.
Billy Rig Rovers.
Bonnie Rig Rose 3, Pride 2.
Yeah.
And let's see how that leaves them in the league.
Danielle's asked, could you go through the League One results as well, she said.
Oh, yeah, we'll do. Yeah, I'll get them to them now. One sec. Yeah. I just want to see where Bonnie Rig. I just want to see where Bonnie Rig Rose are in League 2. Oh, they're down to 5th. 4 points off the lead. Anyway, sorry, Danielle. I'll go through the League One games now as well. Bear with me 1 second now. Let's go back to England here. England, League One. Here we go. Okay, League One. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go through the championship as well. Just give all the results. Start with the championship. Preston 1, Millwall 1. Blackburn 1, Cardiff 0. Bristol City 1, Coventry 0. Huddersfield 2, QPR 1. Hull 1, Southampton 2. Middlesbrough 1, Birmingham 0. Wayne Rooney off to a good start there. Norwich 2, Leeds 3. Good comeback by Leeds. They were losing. And Stoke 2, Sunderland 1. Swansea 1, Leicester 3. Leicester heading for a quick return, I think, to the Premiership. Watford 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. And West Brom 0, Plymouth 0. And then in League One, Bolton 2, Northampton 1. Burton Albion 4, Bristol Rovers 1. Charlton 4, Reading 0. Cheltenham 1, Cambridge United 0. Exeter 0, Wigan 2. Fleetwood 0, Lincoln 1. Leyton Orient 1, Barnsley 1. That's your team, Daniela. And that was a goal from Pigott after 27 minutes. And a H. Kane scored for Barnsley. God, how can he play for Barnsley and Bayern Munich after 57? So that's that. Oxford 1, Blackpool 1, Peterborough 2, Wycombe Wanderers 2, Portsmouth 1, Carlisle 0. Chris, commiserations on that, and I hope you're getting home safely. Shrewsbury 1, Derby 0, and Stevenage 0, Port Vale 0. And then on to League 2. Accrington Stanley 1, MK Dons 0, Barrow 0, Wimbledon 0, Barrow City 1, Colchester 1, Harrogate 2, Crawley 2, Crewe 4, Gillingham 1, Notts County 2. I always look at Notts County's results because our ex-player John Bostock plays for them, and they're doing very well now since they came up. Mansfield Forest Green was postponed. Salford 2, Swindon 2, Stockport County 3, Grimsby 2, and Sutton 2, Morecambe 3. So that's all the results. And I have to say, I have to go through the Women's Super League results. There's only 2 of them. Leicester 0, Manchester City 1, and Aston Villa 2, Tottenham 4. So what that actually does now is, I just want to check it here. Now, I think it leaves us top of the Women's League. I'm just going to check it now and see. Women's Super League. Well, no, we're not actually. We're second to Manchester City. Manchester City have 10 points from 4 games. Tottenham 4 games, 9 points. Chelsea 3 games, 7 points, and Leicester 4 games, 7 points. It's a great start for the women. They've done very well. So that's up to date with all the results. And just go through the comments here before the game starts up again. There's a lot of comments coming in here now. It's Chris is saying that Logan's Way have been that one, I think. And Steve D says, just to say hi. I enjoy the Six Nations, but not watch a single game. I've seen that one as well. Sorry about this, but I wasn't following the comments on my thing here. And Chris is also saying about love Schumacher, Senna, Verstappen attitude. Do all you can. I do the same. I couldn't care less about snowflakes. Yeah, absolutely. And Chris again, I should doubt my country more often. No, they're doing okay, England. I still think South Africa have a trick or two up their sleeve, but we'll see. And Chris is saying, if Chelsea had a cutting edge up front and didn't throw games away, they'd be near the top of the league. They aren't bad at all. They just lack cutting edge and discipline. Yeah, they kind of lost their way a bit in the last 20 minutes of that game. They thought they had it won, I think. And that was a little bit too much overconfidence. And Leipzig, as Chris is saying there. And Daniela, can you go to League One? We've done that. And this is from Chris. Nicholas Jackson couldn't score at Blackpool Amusements. That boy, yeah. Yeah, I know. Were there any Serie A games today? Let me have a look and see now. Just bring it up here. Yeah, there was actually. The Verona 1, Napoli 3, Torino 0, Inter 3, and at the moment it's Sassuolo 0, Lazio 2 after 56 minutes. So here we go now. This is about Birmingham City. Birmingham sacking their manager with disgraceful decision. Obviously, new owners want their own manager. Rooney isn't the manager. He's an awful manager. Yeah, I felt sorry for John Eustace. He'd done a reasonably good job at Birmingham. And I believe Wayne Rooney's in now on a much bigger salary than that poor guy was on, you know. Daniela says, many thanks for the run through that result. No problem, Daniela. I think we're up to date with most of the scores now. Anyone else has another league they want me to run through the scores on, I will. Dermot said he'd be back in a minute, so they're still on the half-time break here anyway. So it's interesting to see what happens.
I will be back in a minute, sorry.
Where'd that come from? Yeah. Excuse me while he's got a drink here. Yeah. It's I'll be kidding when I start kick off. We've another couple of minutes to go before the game starts again. These rugby boys, they must be made of steel. I mean, some of the hits they take during these matches. I mean, it's got to be bad for their health in later life. Really, you know, you hear of a lot of soccer players getting Alzheimer's and whatever, heading those heavy balls back in the 60s and 70s. But geez, nothing compared to what these guys go through. So anyway, then we're now, I think the teams are back out now. South Africa, number 6, having a go at the referee, probably for some of the decisions he made in the first half. Now here come England. So very interesting 40 minutes ahead of us. Could be 45 minutes, but the way they trying to keep the ball in play after the clock runs round through 80. And here we go. South Africa to kick off in the second half. Still a lot of empty seats.
Yeah, there is.
It's a bit like White Hart Tottenham Stadium. Remember that, especially.
I have to say, Philip, listening to you there when I had to do something here. Sorry, listening to you, I thought I closed my eyes and I thought you were the fella that read out the football scores when I was a kid on the telly.
Maybe I am.
Maybe you are. Anyway, Philip, have you kicked off yet?
No, just about to now. Hold on now.
Yeah, there's an England flag.
Now.
All right, there we go. Now we should be together. Now, this is an important 10, 15 minutes, I think, in the second half.
Yeah, first score is going to be vital here.
Do you reckon next try wins?
Well, there hasn't been a try yet. So, I think the next 7 points wins it. If England get it, they'll be well ahead. If South Africa get it, they go a point in the lead. So, look at that. Look at all the crowd not back. It's a bit like, remember last season, Dermot, when Oliver Skip scored against Chelsea? There was hardly anybody back.
But to be fair, Philip, to be fair, would you blame nobody wanted to come back and watching Conte ball? To be fair.
Well, I mean, against Chelsea, I think they come back, you know, but anyway.
Yeah. If you are enjoying this, as I said, please hit the like button, hit the subscription button on both channels, because here on Thfc Till I Die and over on our partner channel, the Full-Time Sports Network, you can follow us on Twitch and also on Twitter on Thfc Till I Die, where this is being broadcast actually on Twitch and Twitter as well.
South Africa with the ball here, just inside their own.
Now, would they kick it into touch, Philip? Or that was
no, he's kicked it right up in the air. It's a poor kick.
England have got it.
Come back on the England side as well. South Africa making some very basic unforced errors here.
Do you know what? I've actually worked out England's game plan was similar to how we beat South Africa.
Yeah,
if you look at it, Philip, I think it's the exact same tactics that we used.
They're crowding South Africa out of it. Penalty to England.
Now, look, would this be a shock if England got to the final?
I think it would be, yeah. But I'll tell you, if they get there, they deserve to, because they've really played well up to now. Really have played well.
Do you reckon they could? Look, I'm putting it out there. Could England's name be on the World Cup, Philip? Considering they didn't expect
it's very hard to look past New Zealand, Dermot.
Yeah, but look, I know what you're going to say, Philip, but I always say, if a team comes up in the rails with nobody giving them a chance and they win it, a bit like Greece winning the European Championships, or Denmark winning in '92, or say Leicester winning the league, the Premier League. It's always an underdog.
Could be.
And England seem to be this underdog side that have come through the World Cup games and won when they expected them to go, where everyone expected Ireland to win the damn thing.
Well, I never expected Ireland to win it. I never even said that much. I thought semi-final might be as far as they get, but yeah, listen, you don't know. It's a game of two halves, 40 minutes a half. Anything can happen. One team can be off their game on the day, and England can be raise their game and win it. And it's quite possible they will. Now here's a good kick up in the air. Now if we can.
Oh, England
Knocked
get it back again. I tell you one thing, they're big. I don't know who's got the bigger pack. Would you
Yeah,
say
it's hard
South
to know.
Africa have?
I don't know. I haven't seen the stats. England going on the 22 here. Ball's gone loose. They still have it. Now they're going to swing it wide here. There's a chance. Kick through. Should be okay.
Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it.
Dude, again, that's a basic error by South Africa. He should have caught that ball and just threw it back, but he didn't.
There's
now England have a great chance. They have a line out 5 yards from the line.
Is it George taking it? I think George is. He's not very dirty, George, is he?
He changed his shirt at half time, I'd say.
Look at number. He's well dirty. He
uses Daz. The other fella uses Fairy Liquid. I think that's
Yeah, let us know if you are watching this for the first time. Let us know where you're from and come and say hi. Chat one bite. Everyone's quite happy, friendly in the chat, so please come in and say hello. South Africa making the substitute, Philip.
Yeah.
Number 22's come on. Number 23 has come on for number 15, I think.
The Christian Eriksen number.
England with the line out, as our Manchester United correspondent Daniela will be keeping us up to date with the game at Manchester United. Is that a home or away for United, Philip?
Well, for the first time in about a month, it's away. I've seen every game at home recently.
So she says, hopefully Sheffield United can pull off an upset in the second half. Well, let's hope so. England win the line out on the good catch. They've been very successful in the line out.
Yeah, they have.
Or has he got to take it again? Now, what's this, a scrum? Or is it a penalty to South Africa?
It's a scrum, I think.
Yeah, it is. Is it an England scrum? No, it's South African scrum. I said it last week with the Ireland game, Philip. Next try wins. I think this is a one-try game.
Hard to tell. Personally. As they get tired, there'll be more space opening up, you know.
Well, look how close they are to the South African line. They're only, 5 yards?
Yeah,
10
Blondie
yards?
is on. Blondie is on.
Oh, Blondie's been on since the first half.
Yeah.
South Africa now trying to push the ball back. Blondie looking at it now. Where's he going to go? Instead of kicking they're trying to run it.
They're going to try and run it out. Because they know if they kick it, it'll come straight back at them.
Here we go.
Now he's going to kick it.
Now, where's that going out?
It's gone out of touch about just beyond the 22-yard line, I'd say.
Now, is that an England line out then?
Yeah, that's an England line out now, yeah.
What's the difference then, Philip, right? This is what I don't get. If you kick it out, it's an England line out. But if you get a penalty and you kick it out,
you keep it.
You keep it.
Yeah. Yeah.
South Africa making another substitution there.
Yeah. If you class a line out in two stages, if you get a penalty and kick the ball out, the second stage, you have the line out. But if you kick the ball out on the full or just during the normal play, the line out goes to the other team.
Right. England been very dominant with the line outs here.
Yeah, they have actually. Yeah, that's a very high one. That's a risky one. That's gone straight to South Africa. Yeah. What happened there? You put the curse of the commentator on them there, Dermot.
Yeah. Here comes South Africa.
Always happens. But they're not making any England. They're at them like a rash. So they are. They're all over them like a rash.
For somebody that's not what they seem to be sort of not giving them time to move, if you know what I mean, Philip.
Yeah, no, they're giving them no time to that was a knock on by England anyway there. So
it was. It's a penalty to South Africa.
It's a scrum, actually, I think.
Is it a scrum?
Another scrum, yeah.
Now, Lords, he's a big lad. That Lords, he's a tall lad. Now, what happened? Oh, it slipped. That's what happened.
We're all over the place.
Yeah, it slipped out of his hand. I think the ball was wet.
But the ref could have brought that back for not being straight.
That's been stopped again to 46.
17.
So let's bring that back now. So Martin's down. I tell you, it's a more tactical game than last night's semi-final, Philip. I have to say.
Yeah. It's there's so much at stake. No one's scared of taking a risk in this one, especially England are taking the odd risk, but South Africa are very, very cautious.
Do
They
you think
haven't had one decent run with the ball yet.
Yeah. Do you think they've been caught up in the moment, South Africa? Thinking this would be an easy game sort of thing?
No. I've been through that already. No way.
But teams do think that, Philip. Players do think that.
Well, they're wrong. The manager's not doing his job if that's the case.
Well, the captain
They should have expected a very hard game.
South African captain there is really rallying his team up there.
As he needs to, yeah. But you don't get to a semi-final and expect to have an easy ride. It doesn't happen.
There we go.
Brad Pitt putting the ball in again.
We're back and running.
What's he given now?
He's given
another scrum.
Oh, the scrum collapse. We've just got a few comments to go through. Bramwell Lane says Daniela. She's got a football, and I don't know if that's a settee. I think it's a settee. Daniel Zeta says, I'm going with a 3-1 win to the mighty Tottenham on Monday. Son 2, Maddison or Richarlison. Ooh, that wouldn't be bad. Richarlison deserves a goal, Philip, to be fair.
He does, yeah, he does.
And I don't think Fulham really have much threat in their team. Who's that? Palina? Palina is a good player, but apart from that, no one else. Look, they beat us in the League Cup, so
yeah, penalties though. Yeah, we had 9 changes.
Philip, looking back on that now, do you think that was a bad move by Postecoglou, or do you think at the time he was right to say, look, we've got no other games to use these players. I'd rather do it in this way.
Yeah, it was coming up to the end of the transfer window. I suppose he wanted to get a look at players that he hadn't seen before. So I can understand why he did it. It turns out he shouldn't have done it now in hindsight. But yeah, I can understand why he did it. But it probably was the wrong decision in the end, because it cost us a chance of a cup.
Here comes South Africa. Pushing forward.
That's more like it, South Africa now.
Suddenly the Springboks have woken up. Oh, look at that. But they've lost the ball again.
Well, yeah, that's it. They're forcing the errors from the South Africans. It's so unlike them.
And the South Africans keep moaning to the referee, Blondie as well.
They should moan to themselves. They're the ones who are making the mistakes.
Yeah. Oh, it's that Blondie tried to kick your man in the face there, Philip.
Did he?
Yeah.
And he missed from that distance. That sums them up.
It does. And they kick it, and it's gone out for South Africa. No, it's a scrum, isn't it?
It went out on the full, so it'll be a scrum with South Africa.
Now, what was the Blondie moaning about here now? The ball dropped. England got it.
Another substitution for who?
Oh, that's a big lad coming off.
Ooh.
Oh, the Irish
lad's coming now.
Oh, Jesus. Fine, fair red hair has got on them. And number 17's come on now. And these pure white shorts. You can tell he's just come on.
I see a man gone off now. His name was Paddy Mandela.
Oh.
See, again, another mistake.
Now, I'm going to say this, Philip. Look, could it be the conditions as well with the ball? And it be wet?
It's very slippy. Yeah, it's very wet. Yeah, true. Absolutely. Yeah. You don't see rugby players wearing gloves either.
No. Kick up in the middle by Blondie. Goes to England again. Oh, well caught by the English player.
Great catch by Farrell.
By Martin. No, was that Martin? I don't know.
I think it's that one Farrell, I think. England winning all the 50-50s.
Yeah, man just jumped in the middle there. He said, "There's some jumping in as well." I love that. That's funny. I tell you, this is the tightest game. We've done a few watch-alongs, Philip. This is the tightest game we've ever seen in this World Cup.
Well, if England, South Africa, Ireland, South Africa was tight as well. But at least we were always in control of that game. Oh, good hit.
I think England have been in control from the minute they kicked off.
They have. They've been the better team since the very start.
Again,
South Africa have never ever got into it. Oh, that's going to be better play now.
I will get the scoreboard right. I will. By the end of this World Cup,
run.
I will get the
What's he
scoreboard
giving
right.
now? This referee wouldn't have penalty England. I don't know what. They're looking bemused why he's giving these decisions.
Well, he is Australian.
Yeah.
Now, who would he want to win, do you think? We've got a few people here just to welcome him. We've got Dan Davenport. Big up, Dan. Hope you're doing well, young man. He says, hi, guys. Did you hear the sad news about Bobby Charlton passing away? His brother, Jack Charlton, took Republic of Ireland to 3 major tournaments, Euro 88, Italian 90, and World Cup 94. Yeah, it is a shame. The time of our lives, them 3 tournaments, Philip.
Yeah.
Where the credit union made an absolute bomb.
There was more kitchen conversions and loft conversions done around that time. I think they were getting a bit worried that everybody was renovating their house at the time, you know.
But big up, Dan. I hope you're doing well, sir. Yeah, very sad news about Bobby Charlton as well. Very, very sad news. And Daniela says they'll beat us in the cup with 9 changes. They will be in for a beating on Monday. Yeah, of course they will. Of course they will. Have they stopped that clock again?
Yep. 50-21.
Okay, so let me bring this back then. I'll do that then. So that I'll do that one. So 50-21. There we go. Okay, I'm probably a second behind, but that's not
stop now. Anyway, it's gone again.
Yeah,
you're back on actually.
Yeah.
Now scrum to England.
Scrum to England. But yeah, big up, Dan, and big up to everyone. As I say, please hit that like button and subscription button. It really does make a difference. It does on the algorithm, doesn't it, Philip? It really does.
Yeah, it does.
Now there seems to be a bit of an argument here in the South African.
I think they're concerned about the decisions going against them, you know. But just thinking of them, compare this to the France and France-South Africa match, which is absolutely brilliant end-to-end rugby. This is so much more, I don't know. Well, look at them pulling them by the hair. How are you getting away with that? Good push by South Africa, though.
Now, surely TMO should come into this and say...
That should be, yeah. He may well do it. I can come back and look at it. The pull of his hair.
Oh, South Africa could be on for a try here. He kicks it. Look at him. He's off. He's running.
Oh,
and
he's
the
going to
ball
go too far. Too far. Oh, unlucky. He just got too much on it. Nice move, though. That's more like it than South Africa.
It's a bit late now, them start kicking into gear.
Well, they've half an hour to go. There's plenty of time, you know.
But again, the referee making a weird decision here.
What's he given this time?
Now, what's he has given? He's given a penalty.
Who to?
England. No, South Africa.
No, South Africa, yeah. They're going to go for the points here, I wonder. I think they should, actually.
Now, he stopped the game. Has he stopped the penalty here?
I don't know what he's doing. He's
giving
hand signals all over the place.
I reckon he's working for the French traffic control. That's what he's doing. He's trying to get a job with them. To land the airplanes. That's what he's trying to do.
They're always on strike. No, I don't know what he's doing here. He's not. I'll tell you one thing. He's not very clear in what his decisions are. He's a bit vague about things.
The England team are not really built for. They're not skinny, are they, Philip? To be fair,
well, you could say.
It was a penalty to England, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
I think South Africa have been out muscled. I think if I could put it as bluntly as that.
They got the ball back again there. They're losing every single 50-50. It's the worst performance. But I'll tell you one thing. If Ireland had played this South Africa team, we would have been game over at halftime. Yeah. They're absolutely useless tonight.
Does this make you... Oh, he's going for a drop goal. He's got it. Wow. He's got it.
Oh, and Farrell again. That's so, he's got all the points so far.
How many points is that now?
3.
What a drop goal.
He's just about got it. Just about.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I can't see South Africa coming back from this now.
No, I can't. They're
not playing well enough.
Carl Simpson's evening, gents. He says, write us off if you're there. We will. We can and we will. Carl, sitting there with his white cat. Bit like bloke fell out of a Bond film.
unless this changes rapidly, this is going to be South Africa, the most depressing performance from their fans' point of view. They haven't done a thing in this match.
I think this is a shock if this is the end result.
Oh, it is a shock. I mean, everyone thought it was going to be New Zealand, South Africa. Now, it might still be, but unless things change radically in the next 15 minutes,
Carl says,
they need to try. They need to try.
Did it? Carl says, I'm going now just in case we start losing. I don't think you will from here, Carl.
No, I can't see it, Carl. Much the better team. Much the better team.
There have been the better team from start to finish, to be fair.
Yeah.
Now, what's this? A line out for
South Africa.
Oh, they've stopped the clock again. Fuck's sake. This stopping the clock is a pain in the ass. What's he waiting for? Few concerned faces on the bench. Line out to South Africa. In. They'll win this one.
Yeah, but don't distribute it cleanly. See that? And now eventually they have. England, I think.
They're not giving them time to move.
No, there's no time at all. They're all over them, so they are. This is the first time South Africa have now got anywhere near the England line.
Look at that. Again, they miss it.
Yeah, knock on. Terrible. That's absolutely awful play by South Africa.
You seem quite shocked by this, Philip, to be
fair.
I
am actually, because I expected much better from this. But fair dues to England. England have played really well. South Africa have not, to a man, they've done nothing of what they're expected to do in this match.
As I said, we beat them. And I think England are playing the same way as we did when we beat them in the group stages, and it does work.
They're not supporting their player. No, it's an aimless kick down the pitch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Has that gone for a kick?
No, he made a mark, I think.
Has it? Okay.
Or did he drop it?
Chris says, if we win this confidence booster for the final, yeah, definitely. Absolutely, definitely. And I think that's going to be... If England play like this against New Zealand, Philip, that's going to be another tight game, I think, to be fair.
Yeah, I think New Zealand will be a bit too cute. They won't allow England to play this way.
It's because people... Yeah, go on, Philip, sorry.
I think New Zealand are probably savvier. They'll watch this game and know exactly what to do.
Look, I'm just going to put it here, Philip. Everyone, I know you keep saying to me, South Africa are this and they're the best side in the world and that. On the day, anyone can beat anyone.
Oh, true. So, true. Yeah.
So I will grant you that New Zealand will go into that final as favourites, but South Africa come into this game as favourites.
Yeah.
And look what's happened.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Anything can happen.
I think, to be fair, you can write this England team off with your peril.
Yeah,
because they've proven during this World Cup we're not the best side in the world, but we will give you a game of rugby to remember. And they've given South Africa a game of rugby to remember here. The
test is going to be for England now. If South Africa can manage to get a try, then we'll see what they're made of. Jeez, what a hit!
Do you think the England's defense has been quite strong?
It's brilliant.
Now, did I get this? Of course they do.
Yeah, of course he got it. They're catching those. South Africa are dropping them.
Yeah. Carl is saying it's because people have been crapping on us all tournament in the press. It has bred a pack mentality. That's a very good point, actually, Philip. Do you think that's got something to do with it? Like,
oh, what if you're reading the press putting you down? You just pin the notes up in the dressing room. Read that, lads. That fires up the players more than any team talk does. Now they have it again.
I have to say, I look. Oh, he's lost it.
Look at that.
He's lost
it.
Fucking
knocked it forward. This is unbelievable. I do not believe what I'm watching here. They're making schoolboy errors.
Now, another penalty here.
That's a scrum. He knocked it forward.
Is it a scrum?
Yeah.
Carl's saying it's not over yet. I think, look, if England get a try, I think South Africa are out.
I'll tell you one thing. England, I probably get a try from this. That was absolutely ridiculous. Look at the way he didn't. And then he goes and knocks it forward. It's like he's like playing with a bar of soap.
Right. Has the game got to them? Has the semi-final got to the South Africans?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I just know that they're out there playing probably the worst game in the last 5 years.
Or has their mentality of we only got a turn? I know you've said
no. Don't say that again, Dylan, because I'll get angry if you say that again. That is never the case in a semi-final. It's not. Believe me, it's not.
How many teams, Philip? Right. I am going to put my point on this. How many teams have turned up in semi-finals? Either it's been Tottenham, and we've turned up and say they just never turned up.
How do you know they've said that? How do you know they've said, "Oh, it's only such and such"? We're in the dressing room.
But players do not take semi-finals.
Players do not take semi-finals lightly. They never go into a game saying, we're going to beat this lot. They never do that. No chance. And especially not tonight. You know, that just doesn't happen. It might happen when you're playing a non-league team or something, but you're playing a team that's got to the semi-final, and you give them credit for that and respect.
Then you explain to me, how crap have they played tonight? Then
they haven't been let. England have played them so well. They're making silly mistakes they probably would never make. In a month of Sundays, they've probably made more mistakes than they're making 10 games tonight. Silly mistakes, but because they're making the mistakes because England are pressing them and pressurizing them. Plus, the conditions aren't great. Although the ball is as wet for England as it is for South Africa. South Africa keep dropping it. England don't.
Yeah, so if you're working on that mentality, then Philip, do you get to a point in the game where you think it's not going to be our day? Fuck this! I'll just
probably you might do it with about 10 minutes to go. If they're still losing by 9 points, they probably will. But up to that, you've got to say there's only 9 points in it. It's 2 scores. They can still do it. But I think it's South Africa. If I was a betting man now, I'd put money on England to win this match and win it comfortably.
I'm saying it now, Phil. I'm sticking by it. England wanted this more than South Africa, and I'm telling you that now.
That's a penalty to South Africa. I wouldn't say they wanted it more, right? But they're playing better than South Africa. They're not allowing South Africa to play. You know?
I just think they wanted it more. I just think South Africa think we're the world champions. No. They've got one eye on the final against New Zealand. I think they've taken.
I never accept that. I never accept that.
So you don't accept that any
you can get beaten, but you can get beaten by any team on the day, right? But
so you're telling me that they have South Africa. None of them South African players had one eye on the final against New Zealand, thinking, you don't
do that. No sportsman does that. You do not. You've got to get through the semi-final. You've got to get through the semi-final before you even start thinking about the final.
Yeah, but we don't know what they're saying in the dressing room, Philip.
I can assure you they're not saying, I will bypass this one now. This is an easy one now. What are New Zealand looking like? That just doesn't happen. No way. No way.
You know, 9 times out of 10, South Africa beat England out of sight, Philip.
I don't know what the scores are. I don't think it's quite that many now.
But I'm just saying, as an example, 9 times out of 10, South Africa would beat England, right? And as badly as England been playing in this World Cup, England should nowhere be anywhere near the semi-final, to be fair. For a kick here, it could have been Ireland now in the final. But for me, for what I've watched tonight, Philip, and what I've seen tonight, England seem to have won it more. South Africa have not played anywhere near. I mean, look at the statistics. South Africa have won. South Africa have got to the final because they're playing better, consistent rugby. England have got there by
the scrap
they're through. But tonight, Philip, England wanted it more than South Africa. And that's why it brings my point up. South Africa had one eye in the final thinking England
might, I'll accept England might have wanted it more for whatever reason. But this thing about one eye in the final is absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
No, fair enough.
Sorry about that, but it is.
No, it's okay.
It's just the way sportsmen go. I played enough sport to know you never look past the match you're in.
I've played enough soccer to know that as well, and GAA as well, Philip. But look, everyone's got different opinions, and we don't usually differ in our opinions, but when they do, they are fun.
He kicks it straight to the English guy.
I know.
This is unreal.
Yeah, Chris is laughing with the popcorn out. He's finding our arguments very funny.
They've actually, South Africa tonight have forgotten how to play rugby. It's as if they've all got temporary amnesia for the last 2 hours.
Now, has the pressure got to them?
Well,
is
there's
that a
always
fair
pressure.
point to make?
There's always pressure in the semi-final, but these guys should
Yeah.
be able to handle it. You know, I'd say the biggest factor in this game for England is England have taken such a pounding in the press over the last few weeks that they more or less said, "Right, lads, we're going to go out and we're going to show those boys in the press." That's what I think is a lot behind the England performance. South Africa probably got a pass because they beat France, you know, and the press was very, very complimentary about their win over France. But then this is nowhere near the team that beat France. No, not 10% of it. Now, what's this? Is a scrum?
It's a scrum now to.
It should be to South Africa, I think.
It should be a scrum to South Africa.
But the amount of unforced errors in this is just, you know, just ridiculous.
Look, I see you could put the weather into it. Yeah, fair enough. But it's the weather's for both sides, Philip. But I just feel.
Oh, no, yeah.
South Africa have not been at the races. And it seems like either mentally or either something's wrong. They're just. Either there's been something's happened within the camp, or there's been an argument, or they just look out of sorts where they haven't been.
We'll never know. Maybe there's been a food, maybe there's been a bug, maybe there's been a COVID or something. You just don't know. These things you'll never hear until after the match anyway. And even then you probably won't hear them because they'll sound like excuses. But anyway, it's very strange. I think it's the first game I can remember there was no tries in.
Yeah. All right, there's the clock. Off and running again. Chris, as I said, is laughing and got the popcorn out with us too, Philip, which is good. We like giving a bit of entertainment on the Saturday evening. Chris is also, it's a bit of both for me. England playing better, but South Africa needs to be questioned. I see, that's the point, Philip. We've seen a lot of South Africa in this World Cup. This is not the South Africa that played against us.
No, it's not.
This is not the South Africa that won against France last week. So my point is also, have they played all their best rugby too early?
Maybe. Penalty to South Africa this time.
They seem to be. They don't know. They seem to be going. They seem to be out of answers. South Africa have come in and been outplayed at the moment. That is all. England want it more. That's my opinion. He says South Africa unforced errors are nuts. They ate a dodgy lasagna, apparently.
Yeah, we all know about that. Now, it's 20 minutes, 18 minutes, 15 minutes to go, 16 minutes to go. So.
I've enjoyed this game, actually, Philip, to be fair.
It's been no, maybe it's rugby-wise, it's probably one of the worst games of the tournament because there's no open rugby in it. It's all dour defensive mauling stuff. Another line out gone wrong for South Africa. They can't buy a break at the moment.
No. Please, we've only got 8 likes. Please hit that like button, please. It really would be appreciated because I said it does help with the algorithm of the channel and us getting out there.
South Africa making a bit of progress here at last.
They are.
But they'll be getting desperation stakes now at the minute.
There will be.
Jesus, what a hit.
But they need what? A try and conversion, Philip?
A try and a conversion and then a penalty. Oh, what's he getting? The penalty to England as well. Another one.
Yeah.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
Oh, is he giving it to South Africa?
No, it's submitting to England. Now, how he quite gave it, he was on the wrong side to see what was going on, and the linesman was to give it.
Carl's saying this isn't over yet. One score opens up, another penalty, South Africa. Philip, I'm quite amazed at South Africa tonight. I'm scratching my head thinking,
yeah, I don't know what's happened. There's something wrong, and there's something wrong whether it's whether they've got the tactics wrong. Maybe they didn't expect such a fierce resistance from England. I just don't know. But they've played no rugby at all.
That goes to my point, Philip, that they took England lightly. That brought to my point.
Hang on. There's a difference between things not going right and taking the team lightly.
Yeah,
they did not take England lightly.
You just said it there, Philip, that
things haven't gone right for them.
Yeah, but you also said, Philip, that they took one eye off England. Look, for me, I think they have. I think they've taken this semi-final lightly.
No, well, listen, okay, take your point. Don't mention it again because I'll just keep arguing with you. They haven't taken it lightly. They haven't. Seriously. I know enough about rugby to know that you don't take a match like this lightly. You can't afford to. It's England have been the better team. That's the basic difference tonight.
It's just the schoolboy errors that South Africa have made have been astounding.
If they played this match 10 times, they get it right 9 times out of 10. This is the one they've got wrong.
That's the point I made earlier, Philip. I said 9 times out of 10.
They're making silly mistakes.
People
get England quicker to the ball, but it's a penalty to South Africa.
People seem to forget this is a high-pressure match. It's a high-pressure environment, and players do crack under that pressure. But these are the world champions, so they really shouldn't be cracking. But players do crack, don't they? Under pressure. Do you think that? Do you think that might have something? It's a wet night, Philip. It's a World Cup semi-final. For both teams, do you think pressure comes into it a lot? Do you think mentally
there's pressure
the mental side
teams.
of the game comes into it a lot?
The thing about it, they might have started this game with every confidence, right, to win. But as things start going wrong, you can sometimes get into your head, it's not our night. I'm thinking, no matter what we do, whatever they've tried tonight hasn't come off. Nothing has come off. Absolutely nothing. And okay, there's been a few bounces of the ball that have gone England's way, a few decisions gone England's way, maybe. But good luck to them. The referee can only judge him what he sees in front of him. So, if England win this, they will go into the they will go into the final with a lot of confidence. But I still don't think they're good enough to beat New Zealand. But we'll see.
Handling errors here: 6 to England, 7 to South Africa.
Oh, I would say there's been far more handling errors by South Africa. 7's too low. The only thing I can see the saving grace for South Africa is now if they can get a try now. It'll give them a lot of confidence for the last 10 minutes or so. But they need to score in the next couple of minutes. England will just grind them down. This is like a war of attrition. There's been no open rugby. It's been scrum after scrum after scrum after scrum, which is very poor viewing. But it's great for England because it runs down the clock.
Do you think South Africa have run out of legs? I know it sounds a silly thing to say.
They're still fit enough. I mean, I mean, every team runs out of legs near the end of the game. That's why they use the bench so much.
I'm sorry for what I said, Philip. That was just my opinion of the game and what I was saying.
Look at that. Another one gone missing.
Yeah.
No, you're okay. No, you're all right. But that's another one. It's a penalty to South Africa. But this thing about taking the game lightly, they know. You might take a match against a lower team like Uruguay. You might take that lightly. But no way. God, look at you. Good to say that. Oh, boy.
Now he will go for the corner.
He's gone up for the corner.
Yeah.
He probably won't. He'll probably make the 22.
Yeah. Daniela says the weather in North London has been terrible the last 3 days. Apparently, it will be like this for the rest of this month. I'm going into November.
Yeah, the Chelsea pitch looked very, very wet, sodden today. All right.
And Carl Simpson, and in the blue corner, the Clocker Cock, the Clocker Cock Dermo, and in the red corner, Philip the Crusher Brady.
Is it like a wrestling match? What have we got? 9 minutes, 11 minutes to go, 12 minutes to go.
And then Wayne Bonner, South Africa haven't taken the game lightly. Agrees with you, Philip. They're just being outplayed and outfought by a better team on the
that's just about it. Better team on the night,
Can we just both say, me and Philip both agree, England have been the better team?
Oh, they have, absolutely. No doubt about it.
Now, South Africa.
I mean, and if South Africa do actually get out of jail here.
He's away. Oh, is that a try? Is it a try? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a try.
Yeah, that's a try. Now, game on. This is what I was saying.
Is this 5 points now, Philip?
5 points, yeah. This will bring it back to 2 points. Now, this is where England are going to get nervous.
Yeah.
Because they know South Africa have got the impetus now. But I'll tell you one thing. If England lose this game, they'll be absolutely gutted. They don't deserve to lose it. They deserve to win it. And,
I'll just get the scoreboard right.
That's the first time South Africa have got anywhere near the England line.
Yeah. And it's taken them 70 minutes, Philip. Now, if he misses, he needs to get this conversion. If he misses this conversion...
He should get it. It's not too far wide of the post.
Right, 69-30. So...
Yeah.
There we go. So that's another 3 points,
13.
Philip.
2 points, 2 points.
Oh, only 2 points. Sorry. So I take one off.
15-13. So 10 minutes to go. 2 points in it.
So next try wins, really.
Next goal wins it, I think.
Yeah.
You're probably going to find now South Africa will send someone back out for the drop goal.
Yeah. Told you it's not over, says Carl. Yeah, well. Now, we haven't seen extra time yet, Philip.
No.
Oh, Lord. That'd be ironic.
Actually, I'm not even sure if there can be extra time given that score, because if South Africa score another one, that would bring the 16. Right? So England will need to score. Yeah. Oh, it could. There could be any permutation of it, but
Daniela says Man United
scored. Yeah, Dalot after 77 minutes.
God. Again, how the hell? I swear to God, I'm letting the clock go, Philip. I can't stop the
Yeah, go on. It's all right. No, it's all right. All right.
So England kick it off again. 2-point game. South Africa have lost it, and they were pushed out now.
The line out to South Africa.
They got away with that
again, but they dropped the ball again. What's this? Catches it. Let's slip through his fingers.
That England player was unlucky. He just slid out.
Yeah,
and there was old Blondie. So. He seems to that Blondie player seems very I don't know how to describe him. He seems very.
I tell you, he's good. He keeps the pace of the game going.
Yeah,
he's very quick.
And very He's always shouting at them, isn't he?
Yeah.
South Africa now kick it up the field.
10 minutes.
But
he's England trying to move it.
Yeah. England now. Tight game, 10 minutes, 9 minutes left. Every England rugby fan with their hearts in their mouths at the moment. We know how they felt from when we played New Zealand last week. But England now.
They're trying.
Oh, it kicks it up the field to the corner. South Africa, straight down the throat.
Makes a mark. So
yeah. It's been a very tactical game as well, Philip, I think.
Yeah, it's been not that entertaining. It's been no open rugby. He hasn't got touch.
Oh, no, he didn't. Farrell up the field, kick and run.
Back.
Oh, England got it.
Yeah.
How the hell?
Bounced off the South African guy.
England now looking to reply with a try of their own. South Africa looking for a penalty, not getting one. Here comes Andy Farrell. Kicks it up.
Not Andy, Owen Farrell.
Owen, sorry.
That wasn't a good kick. That was too far ahead of him.
Now, what's happening here? What's the referee giving here now?
No, it's giving the mark.
He's giving them all a rollicking. It's quite funny. You turn around to each one of them.
It's a scrum. He's giving the scrum. Good God, that was right on the line. That should have been allowed. Who's giving the scrum to?
South Africa, I think. Referee performance, Philip. How do you feel the referee's done tonight?
Not great now, to be honest. No. He's been great. It's not only football that's put referees that don't perform.
It's a South Africa scrum.
South African scrum, I think, yeah.
Now, South Africa have won 5 out of 3. England have lost 2.
Another substitution for England. It's just getting tight now.
Yeah.
Started again.
I give up with the clock. Honestly, this rule of stuff. I understand why rugby do it, but England still getting closer to the final against New Zealand. This would be the biggest shock, I think, in the World Cup. This World Cup, England win it now. The referee, what's he giving now? A knock on.
I mean, I've lost count the number of scrums in this game.
He's like a little.
Slow it all down.
He's like a little bully, that Blondie. He's ripping the ball out of your man's hands. He's quite funny. Big up to Boris Britt, who's popped in. Philip, he said it seems United fans need to sit down with how long it's taken them to come back and get Sheffield United, considering how many chances they've messed up.
Right.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Still 2-1, I think, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
83 minutes gone.
It's getting tense. It's relaxing for us, Philip, because it doesn't affect us.
We don't really mind who wins, really.
No, we look at you. If you're sorry for Carl, he says, I can't watch, I feel sick.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, Philip, it is a World Cup final. It's not just any other game, is it?
It's a World Cup semi-final, yeah. At least both teams have another game to go, though. There's a third place playoff next Friday.
Do players really take that third place playoff seriously?
Well, you get a medal. You get a medal for coming third, so, you know.
But did they take it seriously in the World Cup, you think?
I'd say not, no. Probably they're just glad to get home, but what's he giving now? Penalty to South Africa.
Or is it?
No, another scrum.
Another scrum. Five minutes to go.
Mm-hmm.
He had stolen his hair from Led Zeppelin, Blondie.
Yeah.
I tell you, he's been brilliant since he's come on. To be fair,
I don't know why he doesn't start now. To be honest,
no, he's Irish, red hair, blue eyes. He has to be Irish.
Has to be.
Oh dear, very tight in there. You wouldn't have to bake beans now before that scrum.
That's true.
What's his problem here now?
I don't know. It was something he didn't like the look of in the scrum, and he's brought it back again.
47. See, can I get the clock right for now for the last? There we go. We're now back normal. Squeaky bomb time. We've got Chris said this was like when Portsmouth versus Carlisle was 0-0 to the 93rd minute. I feel so sorry for Chris. But I tell you, the rugby players
to South Africa.
Now, would this draw
this
it?
Could be interesting. It's a bit far out, but he'll go for the corner and try and work the drop goal. Oh, and Farrell asking what's going on.
There seems to be more respect between players and referees in rugby than there does in football, Philip. Do you feel that?
Well, yeah, I think rugby. Yeah, only the captain is allowed to talk to the team now. Which is a good thing, you know. Yeah, they do. Mind you, the referees in our game don't deserve any respect.
He's going for it, Philip. He's actually going for it.
This is a big moment now.
Now he got it because of the scrum collapsing, I think.
I don't know how we can see a foul in there.
This is going to be one hell of a kick.
Jesus, this is.
Where do you reckon this at? 60 yards, 70 yards?
50 yards anyway. 49 meters.
Now, would this draw it level, Philip?
No, they'll go ahead by a point.
South Africa kicking for the World Cup final. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it straight through the middle.
Yeah, it's a great
South
score.
Africa are ahead by one by.
This is exactly what I said would happen, Dermot. If they got the try, the onus would be on England to keep them out. 2 minutes to go. And what's going to happen now is England are going to kick the ball, and South Africa are going to start. They'll just start breaking up the play and keeping them rucks and mauls going, so there's no open play.
Do you feel sorry for England?
I do. I think England are much the better team. What's the better team?
Well,
The
it
better
gives us
team's
the
gonna
final
lose.
that we've all wanted, really. New Zealand,
Well, it's
South
not over yet
Africa.
now. It's not over yet. England can still come up with something. Depends who gets the ball from this.
Well, South Africa are going to get the ball, but
How they going to drop it though?
oh, that was some tackle. South Africa now trying to hold on to a
They'll
one-point
just
lead.
keep this going now for a couple of minutes.
A 1-point lead. Can England get a try
They
or
won't
England
bother
get a
kicking.
penalty?
They'll just do this now. They'll keep having phase after phase after phase. He's going to kick
Now,
it.
all England need is a kick, isn't it? Is a point.
Yeah,
Oh,
2
he's
points.
kicked it. That's surprising. Oh, he's dropped it.
No, it's into touch.
So
Line out to England.
England. South Africa and New Zealand showing why they are. Yeah, it is true. Oh, England have it here. England got it back. England starts from left to right. England pushing forward.
They have to run.
Yeah.
They've got to run with it now. Don't give away a penalty. They give away a penalty in this move, they're gone. They're done.
Yeah. England now pushing forward. South Africa being pushed back. England now, where would it say, the 25-yard line, 22
Into
line?
the last minute. I don't know where they are. Can't you see where they are now?
They're over the halfway line anyway.
South Africa can't afford to give away a penalty either because England will have a kick for the goal then,
Yeah. England still pushing forward. South Africa holding on, coming up to 30 seconds left of the match. Then we go into really whatever happens from then. Oh, there was nearly an uppercut there from the South African player.
Saw that.
England being pushed back. England go forward again. Still got the ball.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah. And then it's down to the lap of the gods then, isn't it? England not giving up here. I think there's going to be I think there
could be a sting in the tail here.
I didn't know what, Philip. I was just about to say that. I was just
drop goal range.
Yeah.
But they can't afford to kick. They have to keep the ball in the.
Oh, they've lost it.
They've lost it. That's it. Game over.
Game over. South Africa have reached the World Cup final by beating England by 1 point, 16 points to 15, in a very tight and very tight game of rugby. A game South Africa did not deserve to win, to be fair. But Philip,
absolutely.
How do you feel
after? England. I'm gutted for England. They deserve.
Yeah.
They played 90% of the rugby in that game and got beaten at the end of it. So sorry for England. They deserved it.
Now there's a bit of a punch up in the middle
here.
Bit of a
row going on here. All right. Oh no, that is so unfair. So unfair.
Yeah. Well, there is a bit of an argument in the middle between some of the England South African players now. And players that have come off the bench have actually come on to have a go.
Yeah.
Now, what's the referee doing here? Nothing, shaking hands. So it's England, Argentina in the third stroke playoff, and then South Africa, Philip, next Saturday against New Zealand. The dream final we wanted, really, wasn't it?
It is, yeah, but it's not the way. It didn't come about the way we wanted when the better team lost. So very disappointed for England.
Mount coming on late versus Sheffield. Geez, that guy was a waste of money. Yeah, he was. And Carl, I hate rugby. Carl, you're feeling how we felt last weekend. A tight affair, Philip. What a tight affair it was. Listen, Philip, what's your final thoughts on the game, and what's your thoughts for the final next Saturday?
I think New Zealand will still win it now. I feel very sorry for England. They were the better team. They 9 times out of 10 they would have won that match, but I think they just didn't have. They needed a try. Tries win matches, and England didn't get any tries.
No. So
that's
yeah,
it.
next Friday is Argentina against England. A big match in any sport. Argentina against England, Philip. You know that. And then next Saturday, of course, it's the World Cup final. New Zealand versus South Africa. Both games will be done on the watch long here on Thfc Till I Die and also on the Full Time Sports Network. Philip, thank you very much for your company today. I've really enjoyed it. When are we on again?
Monday, I suppose.
Yeah, Monday. We're back on Monday. Now
We'll have the watch along on Monday as well.
Monday. I don't know if we're going to do around the grounds. What we may do is, I don't know if we're going to do anything at 4, but we may do something at 4, and then we'll do the watch along then on Monday evening. So please join us for then.
My battery's literally dying now in a second, so time that well.
Yeah. Anyway, time that well. Whatever you do, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Come on, you Spurs. In Big Antrim Trust.